Dear sisters and brothers, this is the English broadcast for the Time Chronicles number 32nd. It is going to be about the superhuman reality, and we're going to come to that issue at the end of this conversation. Today is the White Planetary Wizard. Today, the 9th September 2022. This is not today, but this was the day of the Time Chronicles airing in Turkish language, number 32. So it was a portal day, the September 9th, 9/9, and the day was named as the White Planetary Wizard Day. So it's a portal day, and it is a White Wizard Day. Wizard means the energy of creation, what you have hidden inside, the creative features need to be used towards the goodness of the collective. So you have to make something out of your abilities and skills for the humanity. This is a service to the humanity. And it is a very stressed and pressurized day at the same time. And we heard about the solar explosions, bursts of plasma directing towards the Earth. And the astrological aspects were not very easy. So it was a difficult energy. During such days, you will hear the three famous people during transition periods or portal days, or the periods between difficult portal days, like the period between the August 8th and the September 9th. We, for instance, heard that Olivia Newton-John passed on the 8th of August, so it was another portal day, the Lionsgate 8/8. And we heard on the 30th of the August, that Mikhail Gorbachev passed. And on the September 8th, the Elizabeth II died. So these are the transition days, and we can see those days by passing of some famous people. Why are the famous people that's important? What is the significance compared to regular people? I don't want to make such a distinction, but there is a fact behind this. When we think about the famous people, we think about what they've done. They have a mind share in the collective, and they have a registry in the collective. Actually, they have some marks on the astral light in the collective. And when, for instance, we hear a song, or we come across with something they have done, when we have the signals from their magnetic fields, we think about those people. So they have a mind share. And yes, we know them, we remember them, and they have a strong mark. That means it is difficult for them to pass to the other side. So when such transition and portal days appear, they have a stronger energy, so it makes them easier to pass. And that's why we hear people of recognition, famous people. They have their deaths, their transitions, mostly, let me say, during the transition or portal days. And at the same time, on the 10th of September, we had a harvest moon. It was about timelessness. Feeling empty, feeling that you don't belong anywhere, to any time. You don't acknowledge the time. You don't remember for instance, which day it is and which month it is. So it's a feeling of timelessness, not emptiness, perhaps timelessness, with no sense of belonging somehow. And it was also Mercury retrograde as of 9th of September. And of course, people are very scared of Mercury retrograde. We have a lot of exaggerations on this issue. But if you have a consciousness enough strong to control the influences of some retrograde planets or direct movement of some planets, if you have control over the mechanism of influence, then it means that you're not influenced by those influences, so you can control them. This is a way towards the superhuman reality. And you can exercise control over the nature, time, power dimensions, systems, or mechanisms, you name it. So it is about the control. If you have control over time, you can experience easily the timelessness because you are beyond the time. If you want to control something, you have to get beyond it. You have to pass this. So we are living through an age of unified human reality at the moment. We have wars, we have separations, we have discriminations, we have everything that the humanity struggles with. So it's difficult times, let me say, but difficult times create strong people. It's said that strong people create easy times, and if you don't end up appreciating these easy times, they create weak people. So you have to deserve the easy time by creating them. So that's why today's energy, the wizard energy, was useful. If you acquire something by not paying the price of it, you don't appreciate it. If somebody gives you something and you didn't do something to earn it yourself, yes, you may have deserved it, but in the end, you can take it for granted. So this is a mistake. And on the way towards the superhuman reality, we have to earn things by doing or acknowledging facts on this way. So we have to open our consciousness to learn our lessons well, so that we don't fail towards this goal, let me say. So the timelessness, the portal consciousnesses, they open up the perception and increase the frequency. So we start to recognize synchrons, and we can think about things like, okay, I have thought about this, and now I see it. I'm going to talk about when I can make a broadcast for the 7th and 8th of October. And what is important here is, if you have thought about it, you can see it happening. If it serves the collective in the good sense or the bad sense, as a lesson or as a gift for the humanity, you can see it coming out, appear in the form, not just remaining as a thought. This has accelerated recently, so watch your thoughts. This is very important, let me say. That means we are starting to realize our own power. We have a power, and this especially needs to be controlled. Otherwise, we don't own it. You can't control it, you don't own it, so it's important. So, what else I wanted to talk about is the systems of the 9, because today was the 9th of 9th month, so it's the day and the month. They have a synchron, this is a portal day. And the system of 9 is mentioned in the knowledge book. The first let me say the segments, there are 3 segments within the system of 9. Each has a triangle, a triad, let me say, as a tree. So there are 3 segments. The first one was that the humanity was raised. So it was the unified humanity, human reality. It is a reflection model. It is where we have religions, we have moral values, we exercise and conscience, we need to develop it more. So it is the first segment. The second segment was the universal totality. I mean, we are inside a closed system. We seem to be realizing it more and more each day. Some call it a simulation, some call it a closed system. And we wonder what is outside of this closed structure system. Is there any higher civilization? We are more interested in the space. So we want to go to other planets, go to the moon, for instance, back after 50 years with the NASA's Artemis program. And then we come to the third triad of the system of 9, which is towards the superhuman reality. This is an triad that aims at taking the humanity towards the natural dimension, which is far beyond the closed system, beyond Atalanta dimension. So we want to go over there to have high value human life over there. So the humanity is raised towards this dimension, and we live programs that help us evolve towards this goal. And we are getting at the third triad. But the earth is like a school in a small village. In some very small villages in Turkey, there are many children with not similar age grades. I mean, they have, for instance, 5th grade, 3rd grade. They end up learning in the same room because there is a just one room school there. So a teacher is there, and the teacher teaches the 3rd grade something else and the 5th grade something, but they're in the same room. So this is like the Earth School. I mean, we have humans from each triad of the system of 9 here. So we have different consciousness levels at the same time in the same school. So where would you like to be, and where do you see yourself at this moment? You can think about this. And we, in the white planetary Wizard Day, on this day, and on the next day, the 10th of September, we have the harvest moon. And we can remember that we are living a main harvesting period at the same time. It was a lunar moon, and we were preoccupied with the moon, as I said, Artemis, NASA, and we had solar explosions. We had a difficult time during this transition. But harvest moon also was denoting to a period of being harvested, being graduated, being ripe, and you're ready to move on to your next stage. So, of course, this day had an affirmation, and I wanted to read it to you. It is a nice affirmation, and it is valid, I believe, for all the portal days. We have to remember these affirmations perhaps during the portal days. Even I don't make any program about it. You can take it out and read it and take notes if you like. So I'm reading it, the White Planetary Wizard Days affirmation. I perfect in order to enchant, producing receptivity. I seal the output of timelessness with the planetary tone of manifestation. I'm guided by the power of spirit. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. So you want to help the humanity by reminding them there's a portal there, and there's a different consciousness that needs to be expanded further. So if you like my broadcasts, please share with your friends. And the picture that you see on the video is representing a superhuman being, and I made it with artificial intelligence. So if you like it, just share with others. And this needs to be shared with others. And this is your contribution to the broadcasts. So I appreciate your effort as well. Thank you very much for listening. Take care.